7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This video is a proud presentation of MJ Broadcasting. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game.
Out of game number 4 of this series from the Don Beer Arena. Pickering up 4 points to 2, and they are not going with what brought them here. They're not going to switch the way they're doing it. They switch their goalies after every game. It's got Swatton in goal for Pickering at the other end. Brett Foreman gets a start. It's win or go to the lake shore for the Toros, down 4 points to 2. Cameron Ryan trying to dig away at the loose puck, chips it back in behind the net as this game starts off. Fired around the boards, trying to get it out. Knocked down by Ford at center. Pressured on there by number 89, who tries to put it in. Slip back in behind the Pickering net. Will be picked up by Tran, who fires it around. Skidding it up now with a late pass, knocked down by number 98, who flips it in behind the net. That's Neild. Taken off his feet. There's Despress with the loose puck. Despress tries to get it out in front, and it went behind the goal. Number 89, pressured on by Ford as he tries to keep him there and pinned in the corner. Cameron Ryan will flip it aside. The line of Cameron Ryan, Connor Cole, and Logan Jackman gets reacquainted here in the playoffs as Coach Jason Jackman has changed up the lines again. Barta, Howard, and Perot right there now. Eden Howard puts the brakes on, tries to set up in front. Back down low for Davidson, who comes in at forward. Setting up in front, that'll go wide. Taking off his feet there was Barta. Kept in at the line there by Eden Howard, trying to get the first shot on net. Stopped by Swatton, and throws it up. Eden Howard will take this offensive draw now. Quick shot off the draw, hit a stick, went up into the netting, out of play. Howard again will take this draw. In the offensive zone, off to the left of Swatton. It's going to be down. Aiden Howard at the draw, shot it wide, just ready to post. Kept it in there, back to the line for Colton Neely with a shot. That'll go wide of the net. Come around the other side, kept in by Davidson. Davidson again tries to keep it in. Barta was there to help him out. Shot in on net, stopped by Swatton. And again, he'll freeze it up. So the Toros are starting to get pucks to the net. Swatton has made 3 saves so far, I believe. Face-off will be off to his left. On comes Trent Taylor. Taylor wins that draw. Sabrisi gets it back to the line for Ford, who dumps it in. Right back in behind the net. Taylor and Chapman trying to get to it now. Chapman out in front of the net. Quick shot. Chapman trying to jam away at it, and Swatton has got it up against the post. Taylor will take this draw now again. Wins it. Back there for Chapman for Dervent. Went over his stick. Ethan Dervent pressured on. Got it over there for Sabrisi on the other side. Stolen aside by Kruger. Kruger from his own end gets it over there for Tran now. Tran with a pass up there for Despress, who leads it in. Stolen off his stick there by Ben Sabrisi, and now Taylor tries to get it. Ethan Dervent from his own end. Late pass, got it up there for Sabrisi as he skates it up through center. Getting up there with Chapman, but it's picked off there by Tran. Sabrisi with the loose puck coming in. In over the blue line, takes a shot, gets blocked there by DeGraw and goes into the right corner. And that's where Garnett gets the opportunity to clear. So that's Kruger right there, number 8. Trying to get around the check now is DeGraw. And Gage Ford held him up, put him back in behind the net. Played almost 3 minutes here at the Don Beer Arena. Late pass here for Cameron Ryan, bringing it in. Cameron Ryan trying to get around Garnett, but he pushed him wide. Cameron Ryan will get the loose puck in behind the goal, though. He'll win that battle. But it gets knocked off the stick, and here comes Pickering back up the other way. Coming in over the line, trying to take the shot. There's the first shot, stopped by Foreman. Loose puck at the front. It's still loose, and Foreman's got to find it, and he does. Off again, off to the right. Kept in by Bradbury. Shot! Gobbled up by Foreman. We have a shots on goal count for this game right now. The Toros are 4-3 on the shots on goal stats. 1 there, but we're going to get another face-off. Done unfairly, so Lassett's will get kicked out of the draw. Now Simmons will take it versus Connor Cole. Cole with a big defensive face-off here, 1 there by Pickering. But Toros get the puck, let out by Cale Ryan. Cale Ryan dumps it deep in behind the Pickering net and behind the goal. Connor Cole trying to tip it behind the net there for Cameron Ryan now. Slapped around the boards. Cale Ryan's going to keep it in there from the slot area. Towing aside by Connor Cole. Shot! Not going to make it through as it got knocked down. Skating it up through the neutral zone. In comes number 89 with some moves. Finally knocks it. So that's Lassex. Fired it back in behind the net there for Cale Ryan. Simmons is on him. Trying to do something with the puck. It'll be a turnover there at center to Fleming, who dumps it in. That one off the right skate there. And brought in. And that's offside. It's off again right here in front of us. Boland tries to put it in. That got turned over. Here comes an opportunity for Barta, but he couldn't go with the puck. Nick Perot puts it behind the net there for Babcock to get it. Babcock from his own end will lead it out. Try and start it from his own end. He'll lead it in, but gets turned over there to Aiden Howard, who dumps it into the zone. Right back where it came from for Boland. It'll be over there on the other side. Back in behind the net there for Perot. Trying to jam it out in front. Nick Perot has it behind the goal. Here comes an opportunity to try and set it up in front. Aiden Howard down low and behind the net. It goes. Centering pass out in front. Stolen aside there by Aiden Howard. Tries to put it in. For Nick Perot. Puts it behind the net. Boland will slap it around the other side. Lead pass knocked down by Dervent right here from center ice. He'll flip it deep in behind the net there for Perot to try and get to it. That gets past Dervent at center. 2-on-1. Davidson's coming back trying to hold it off. Shot goes wide. Number 89 tries to get to the loose puck. Davidson trying to hold DeGraw in the corner. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the first period now. It's a big mad scramble in that corner. Number 89 tries to get it. Torn aside there by JJ Barta. Barta will flip it in. There's a late pass. It goes over the stick there of number 89. My apologies. I haven't been able to get his name all series, so my apologies on that. Sabrizi trying to get that. That'll go down the ice, and it will go for icing. Quick shot right off the draw into Foreman for the face-off. DeGraw will take the draw again. Trying to get that quick shot off the draw again. There's Ben Sabrizi. Sabrizi skidding it up. Got to get around. The opportunity gets in. Sabrizi's in. Stopped by Swatton. And cleared out. Bringing it up through center now is DeGraw. DeGraw's getting pressured on there by Sabrizi, who puts him into the boards. Cale Ryan gets it behind the net, slaps it around the other side. To be there for Cale Ryan, right here in front of us. Trying to tip it off the glass. Kept in there by Bradbury. Shot goes wide. Despress trying to get it there in the corner. Despress chips it in behind the net for KO, trying to get to the loose puck. Goes back to the line for Garnett. Garnett's shot goes wide of the goal. Toros get that loose puck again for Cale Ryan. Cale Ryan with a pass for Sabrizi was off his feet area. Now we'll chip it out. Simmons tries to put it in there. It gets knocked down by the Toros and over there for Chapman. Lucas Chapman trying to get around KO, dump it down the ice where Bradbury will get it. Bradbury from his own end. He's got to try and clear it out. He clears it away at center where Colton Neely gets it. Neely's getting pressured on now by Lassett, so he moves it to the other side. Davidson's got to do something with it. The turnover, trying to walk it out in front. Here comes Simmons. Simmons, back to the line for Bradbury. Shot gets blocked out in front there by Colton Neely. And back comes Jackman the other way. Jackman's pass goes past everybody. And it's not going to be icing. Cameron Ryan's going to try and strip Garnett from the puck. Stolen aside there at center. Trying to get it in there for Cameron Ryan. He can't get around the checker. Jackman gets taken down. Brought in there by Connor Cole. Cole taking it to the net. Backhand shot steered aside with ease by Swatton. And into the right corner. Pickering can't get it out of the end. Kept in by Jackman. Logan Jackman's got Connor Cole out in front. Looking for the pass. Now Jackman gets pinned in the corner by Garnett. Slapped around the other side. Kept in by Connor Cole. Cole to the net for Cameron Ryan. He's not going to get a shot through. We got an injured Pickering player down, and that'll go for icing. Aiden Howard to take this draw. Trying to win it. There's a quick shot. Quick shot from Berta, blocked. Kept in from the line, but now stolen aside. Backing up now. Bringing it in is Fleming. Tried to take the shot. It goes right into Foreman. He makes a save, but it's still loose. And Pickering gets the loose puck. Fleming gets it back to the line. Looking for the shot. Right pass save. Loose puck trying to get it out and cleared aside. Here comes Nick Perot with it now. Perot's got Bull on the beat. He'll dump it in. High shot caught there by Swatton and frozen. Off again, will be off to the right. This will get slapped around the other side. Jackman trying to get there on the other end. Logan Jackman trying to get it free and behind the left corner. Jackman gets it back for Ethan Dervent. Shot. Net make it through. Rebound out of front, can't bury it. It's still loose, trying to sweep it behind the goal. Stolen aside by Pickering as they'll clear it out. That'll go past Express. Coming down the ice there for Dervent, but it's going to be an icing call. Scramble draw, won by Pickering in their own end. Slapped around the boards. Kale Ryan's going to keep it in, couldn't do it. Gage Ford, he's got to win this battle versus Lassitz. Lassitz and Aiden Howard came back to help him out. Aiden Howard, stripped of the puck, number 89 will get it. Trying to get it behind the goal. Ford follows on there. Tried to strip him of the puck, number 89, with some nice moves. Sets it up in front. Here's DeGraw with it now. DeGraw puts the brakes on, takes it from behind the net. DeGraw, he's got Tran moving in, but he can't take the pass. It's still loose there in the corner. 30 seconds left. DeGraw with a nice move. Finally stripped off the puck. Here comes Aiden Howard. Howard going for the late pass for Barta, and Perot bringing it in. Nick Perot takes it to the net. Backhand shot goes high and wide. On the other side, it gets kept in, but now coming out through center. That'll get a pass to the other side for Despress, trying to get it. Despress has Kale Ryan to beat, and Kale Ryan pushed him wide. Despress throws it out in front. Stolen aside by the Toros, but not out. Thrown to the net, and Davidson will get it. That is going to do it for period number 1 of a scoreless game here as that rolls down the ice. No icing, so nothing here to go to the second, and the Toros outshot Pickering 7-6 in the first period. Connor Cole to take the draw to start up period number 2. Knocked down by Babcock. Babcock from his own end will get it over there. Lead pass over there for Simmons over his stick, and it will go. Not enough for icing. Simmons takes it from behind the net. Stolen aside there by Cameron Ryan with a pass to the other side. Jackman's going to try and beat Bradbury to it. It'll get flipped back in behind the net. Toes be there. Colton Neely slaps it around. Kept in. Shot blocked out in front. Connor Cole trying to find the puck. Cole skating it up through center. Cameron Ryan's joining the rush as well. Connor Cole takes it. Takes a turn. Backhands it to the net. It's still loose. Jackman tries for the shot. Goes into the corner there for Cameron Ryan. Cam Ryan puts it down low for Connor Cole. Out in front for Jackman. Can't fire it. Stolen aside by Pickering and out. Late pass for Simmons. Gets around Neely. It's Simmons one-on-one. Stop there by Brett Foreman, and he keeps it out. Face off to the right of the goal. Trying to get one there. Taylor gets it. Gets back to the line. That shot will go wide. Picked up there by Ford. Gage Ford from his own end. Going for the shot. Puts it into the screen and out of play. To take this draw. It's a scramble one. Taylor tries to get it in. Got it up there for Sabrizi. Trying to catch it against Bolin. First one there. Ben Sabrizi into the corner versus Tran. Sabrizi out front. Trying to find it. Taylor. Backhand shot. Stopped by Swatton. Taylor to take this draw now. Wins it. Sabrizi tries to get it back to the line. In comes Ford. Gage Ford, a shot goes wide. Bounces out in front for the Toros. Out in front. They score! Out in front of the net. And the Toros take a 1-0 lead. And I believe that goal might go to Sabrizi out in front of the net. That goal coming at 1:30 here of the second period. Ben Sabrizi gets the goal from the side of the net on the centering pass. He was able to get just enough of it to beat Swatton to make this one 1-0. Still a long way to go. Here comes DeGraw leading it in. DeGraw cutting off. Sets up the Spess with a backhand in behind the net. There's DeGraw trying to get the puck in behind the goal. Setting it up to the other side. Number 89 with the loose puck. Trying to set it up in front. Stolen aside by the Toros. And it skates J.J. Barta. Up there for Nick Perot to bring it in. Perot puts it back in behind the net there. Nick Perot takes it aside. Tried to get it there for Barta. Here's Despress now. Despress's lead pass for number 89. Got to get around forward. Not going to happen. Toe inside there by Barta. Turn over to Despress. Despress is in. Shot. Going wide. Toros get that loose puck with Barta against number 89. Slaps it down. And it's not going to be icing. That's going to just roll here into the Pickering end. Here's Bradbury touching it up for a high stick. Face-off will be off to the left. And it will have to be taken again. Draw wasn't taken fairly. We'll get another draw. Connor Cole kicked out. Jackman coming in to take it. Logan Jackman will take it versus Lassitz. Throws it to the net. Quick shot! Scores! Cameron Ryan finds the loose puck in the corner, and the Toros have a 2-0 lead. And that goal is going to come at 2:32. Oh, it was a loose puck. Jackman took the shot. It got blocked, but it laid right in front of the net for Cameron Ryan to snap it past the right pad of Swatton. And now the Toros have their insurance goal, up 2-0. Boland from his own end slaps it around the other side. Kept in there by Davidson. He'll put it behind the net. Cameron Ryan on the loose puck in behind the net. Cam Ryan getting away. Sets it up in front. Opportunity to try and jam it in. Cameron Ryan gets it. Cam Ryan takes it from behind the goal, setting it up in front. Jackman shot! Left pad save from Swatton. Cameron Ryan trying to get it, kept in by Davidson. Toros putting up the pressure now. Turned over there to Pickering. Over there to the other side, over the stick of Babcock. Now he'll lead it in. Babcock up through center. Jackman trying to control him. Babcock finally lost it. There to Kale Ryan as the Toros Sabrizi tries to get it out. Got it up there for Logan Jackman along with Taylor. Jackman just dumps it in there to Swatton, and he makes a save. It's in his pad area. Taylor to take this draw on the offensive end. One there by Zentivany. Right back there for Pickering. Can't get it out as it went up and out of play. So the faceoff comes outside the blue line. Trying to bring it in there is Lucas Chapman. Chapman puts it in behind the net. Slapped around the other side. There's Neal trying to get it out. Colton Neely's backing up against Zentivany, and Zentivany puts it in. Back in behind the net it goes, stolen aside by the Toros, but not out. Sabrizi will chip it out. Lucas Chapman with the loose puck, stolen off his stick. And Zentivany will put it in behind the net. For Sabrizi to get it, to clear it out. There's Kruger with it. Fleming trying to put it in the zone. Now he'll get it again. Colton Neely trying to get it through center. Neely leading the rush in. 3-on-2 rush, just dumps it in. Goes off on the change. Back in behind the net it goes. Slapped around the other side. There's Fleming right here in front of us. Knocked into the boards there by Perot. Here comes Barta. Trying to get it in. Forward back to the line there for Kale Ryan to try and find a lane. It went back past Ford again. Barta fires it back in behind the net. Coming around the left side there for Nick Perot. Aiden Howard will be there to cut it off as well. Back in behind the net where Tran gets it. Tran had to spin away from the offensive check of J.J. Barta. Nick Perot keeps it in there for the momentary second. Here comes Despress. Despress from center. Will be a turnover. Back over there for Ford. Gage Ford from center ice brings it in from the neutral zone with a pass. Tape to tape. In comes Nick Perot in over the blue line. Perot with a backhand behind the net to the side by Tran. And there's Aiden Howard trying to shoot it. Goes wide. Back in behind the net for Barta out of front. Jackman tries for the shot, tipped right into Swatton. Gets one, back to the line for Davidson with a quick shot, and that'll get caught with ease by Swatton. Connor Cole take another draw. No, he's gonna get kicked out this time. Cameron Ryan into Ticket versus Garnett. He's back after having that injury in the second period here. Davidson tried to set it up in front. Kept in by Jackman, hard shot, tipped wide by Cameron Ryan. Connor Cole with it, takes it behind the net. Jackman waiting out in front, waiting for a pass. Connor Cole gets it, puts it down low for Jackman. Logan Jackman getting pinned. Connor Cole gets it. Cole with the boards there for Jackman behind the net. Cameron Ryan will get it now. There's DeGraw, slapping it around the boards. Kept in, knocked down by Neely, who tries to put it back in there on the backhand. Here comes Connor Cole with it. Cole bringing it in over the line, finally knocked off his stick. Cameron Ryan taking it to the net, trying to throw it out in front. And it's a jam play. Davidson tries to keep it in, couldn't do it. It'll be a 2-on-1 versus Colton Neely. 89's going to the net with a shot, not going to get it through. Nice play there by Jackman to come back on the defense. Sabrizi trying to get it. Scooped up there by Davidson in his own end, trying to get it off the boards there for Jackman. Logan Jackman brings it in with his shot. It gets blocked. Rolls right into Swatton, and he's going to cover it up in his blue paint. One there by Lassett's in the zone. Cameron Chapman down low. There's Chapman again, over his stick. Here comes Lassett's with it. Lassett's bringing it up, trying to start 3-on-2. Dervent is backing up. He's going to block off Lassett's, take him into the corner, but Lassett's walks it out, trying to get that puck free. Dervent sticking right to Lassett's, trying to get it free. It's still loose there in the corner as Pickering finally turn it over. Here comes Sabrizi. He started the scoring here in a second. Now he's going to go one-on-one. Stop! Rebound, Chapman scores! It's garbage day at Pickering, and thank you, Lucas Chapman. You are the honorary garbage man on this Saturday afternoon. 3-0 Toros. That goal comes. That goal will come at 7:50 here. Sorry, 7:10 here of the second period. Crashing in the net for the garbage goals. Lucas Chapman gets that one as he helps out Ben Sabrizi, who walked in on the breakaway. It got stopped by Swatton, but there's only so much you can do when there's a player coming up behind and puts in the loose puck. 3-0 Toros here in the second. Trying to clear it up through center. Zantivany chipping it to the other side. It'll get flipped back in behind the net. There for Gage Ford to try and clear it out. It's a collision there on the other side. Aiden Howard trying to clear it. Got it up there for Nick Perot. Perot over there for Barta. JJ Barta finding open ice. Drops it for Perot. Shot going wide. Nick Perot trying to get to the loose puck in behind the net. Slapped around the other side for Aiden Howard. Barta trying to win the battle. It'll be there on the other side there to try and get it out. JJ Barta with the puck in behind the goal with Perot. Nick Perot trying to get it down low for Barta. Out of front again for Perot, hit the side of the net. Perot shot! Scores! Nick Perot bounces it in front of the net and beats Swatton. And the Toros on a roll here in the second period with 4 straight goals. That one is going to come. That one came at 8:14 here of the second period, and Pickering are going to take their 30-second timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 4-0 Toros here in the second. Face off here at center. To be taken by DeGraw versus Connor Cole. He wins it. Getting it over there for Davidson for a pass. Coming in over the line. Toros are one shot away from 20. Connor Cole, get it. Setting it up in front, and it's going to be a Pickering penalty. Touched up by Bradbury. So that last goal by Pro came at 8-10. Now the Toros go to the power play with a 2-minute penalty to Garnett. Connor Cole to try and win that draw. Cole trying to get it. Got it back to the line there for Jackman, who moves back to defense. Logan Jackman with the loose puck here at center. Trying to get away from the checker there of Boland. Over there to the other side, picked up by Barta. JJ Barta brings it in. Quick shot in on that, it'll go wide. Coming around the other side for Nick Pro. And the Toros were offside. Pickering take it back in their own end, looking for the strong pass. It'll go down the ice. Steered aside by Foreman. There for Gage Ford and behind the net, trying to get away from DeGraw. Ford getting away from the checker, will chip it out. Trying to get there now is Jackman. Got it up there for Nick Perot, who brings it in. Perot over there to the other side for Connor Cole to get it. Connor Cole taken off his feet there by Bradbury, but it's going to get kept in there from the line by Jackman. Down low there for Connor Cole over his stick, and that'll be Tran with it. Tran slapping it around the boards. Gage Ford tries to get it. Jackman's there. Logan Jackman from his own end will dump it in. That'll be Tran with the loose puck. 53 seconds left to go on the penalty to Garnett. Looking for the pass up through center ice. Got it, and in comes DeGraw. DeGraw puts the brakes on, throws it to the net. Easy right pad save from Foreman. Toros get the loose puck again. Try and dump it out. Stolen aside there by Pickering as they try and jam it in. Despress couldn't do anything with the puck, and now Aiden Howard will follow him into the corner. Howard trying to dig it free from Despress, and it comes out. Taking it back in behind his own net now. Let up by Aiden Howard. In over the blue line. He'll reach it now. Trying to get around the checker. Sabrizi is in there. Stolen aside there by number 89. Puts it back in behind the net for Gage Ford. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Over there for Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan will dump it in behind the net. Slaps it around there for Sabrizi. Ben Sabrizi tries to win it in behind the goal along with Aiden Howard. Stolen aside. Here comes a 3-on-2 now with Simmons, but he forgot the puck to start. Now he gets it, brings it in. Simmons looking for the shot, takes it into the corner. Sets it up in front, stolen aside by Ben Sabrizi. Sabrizi with a pass up there for Cameron Ryan as he leads it in. Over there for Sabrizi again. Ben Sabrizi will get around Tran. Now look to do something with the puck. Scooped up now by number 89. He brings it in. He'll send it down the ice. Well, that was Lassitz that sent it down, and it's icing. Duff will be off to the left. Back to the line for 40. Kept it in just barely, but now it comes out. And it's a hand pass there. So it'll come back into the Pickering end on that high pass. Hand pass. Taylor will take this draw now. Zentivany comes in to take it at the circle now for Pickering. Taylor tries to win it. Got it back to the line for James Davidson, setting up to the other side. Ford trying to walk into one. Blocker save there from Swanton. Boland, backhand it, knocked out. Kept in by Gage Ford. Chapman's going to step into one. He'll fire it wide. Ford trying to get it out. Ford kept it in from the blue line. Now it'll be Davidson with it. Davidson, shot, stop, Sabrizi rebound, and he scores! Ben Sabrizi is second of the period, and that goal comes at 11:34. Pickering went down a man on that play as well on the block shot, and now they're going to get a goaltender change. Swatton is going to go to the bench for Donnelly. Face off here at center. Connor Cole to take this draw against DeGraw. Wins it. Colton Neely trying to get to the loose puck in his own end. Moves it there to the other side. Can't get it out. Shot. Stopped there by Foreman. Huff will be off to the right of the goal. Toros trying to get it. Jackman trying to clear it out. It'll be on the other side there. Back to the line for Cale Ryan. It bounces out of front and Foreman came out to catch it. Will be off to the right of the Toros end. Davidson that tries to get it in his own end. Trying to flip it out. Kept in there and fired back in by Tran as it takes a carom out of front. Davidson from his own zone will clear it. Cameron Ryan trying to get it. Kruger, pressured on there by Cameron Ryan, and it's offside. Here's center, one there by Aiden Howard. Dervent trying to dump it in, got it up there for Nick Perot to try and get around Tran. Can't make it through. Nick Perot trying to win the battle down low. Getting it up there for number 89. To the other side there for Despress, bringing it up. Despress trying to cut in, and it's frozen up by Foreman. Face off again, will be off to the right, kept in by Tran. Tran, a shot goes wide. It's still loose. KO takes it there in the corner. Got it back to the line there for Tran. Tran looking for the shot, gets blocked, and goes over the stick there of Kruger. Kruger from his own end, back to the other side. Again over there for Simmons over his stick, and chipped out. Right onto the tape there of Tran. Tran skating it in, dumps it into the corner. Karem's off the boards there for Ethan Dervent. Dervent will slap it to the other side there for Cale Ryan as he tries to get it. Over there for Tran now. It's in behind the net there for KO. You have to look back at that breakaway that Pickering had when it was 0-0, and Foreman came up with that big breakaway save. Toros scored 5 after that, but Pickering had finally gotten on the board, and I believe that was KO who capitalized on the loose puck with 1:31 left to go here in the second. Face off here, center. Davidson trying to get it up there for Chapman, who gets it in. Here comes Trent Taylor trying to bring it into the zone. Chapman trying to dig it free. Lucas Chapman puts it down low again. There for Taylor, trying to dump it in. And we're getting a penalty in behind the net as he was taken off his feet in behind the goal, and that's Chapman who's down in behind the net. Toros get an opportunity to get that Pickering goal back to go to the power play on the penalty to Lassets. One there by the Toros. Perot back to the line for Ford. Kept it in. Sets up Nick Perot. Back down low. Now Connor Cole finds Gage Ford from the line. Setting it up well and behind the net for Nick Perot. Perot for Jackman. His shot will go wide. Connor Cole with it. Trying to drop it back to the line. Instead takes the shot wide. Jackman kept it in. Jackman looking for to take the shot, hit a player at the front and went wide. Nick Perot back to the line for Gage Ford. He held it in. Over there again for Jackman. Shot! Stopped there by Donnelly. He might have got a glove on it. Nick Perot got it back there for Ford. Gage Ford a shot. Can't get it through. Jackman winds up. Tipped at the front, goes wide. Toros digging at it there, and we get a whistle. Got everything all sorted out. Now it'll be a face-off off to the left of the goal. Slapped around the other side. Kept in there by Jackman. Scooped up now by Babcock, who brings it in. Babcock trying to take the shot. It's going to be a penalty here to the Toros. Face-off will be off to the left of Brett Foreman. We have 7 seconds left. Shot, knocked down and cleared out. Trying to dump it in. And it's going to be offside. The kickoff period number 3. And what a big second period for the Toros with 5 goals. Cam Ryan had 1, Sabrizi had 2, Chapman had 1, and Nick Perot had the other. And KO scored for the only goal for Pickering. Sabrizi knocked down on his own end. There's number 89 with the loose puck. Gets away from the checker. Kept in on the other side is Despress. Despress is cutting in, trying to get around Kale Ryan, and he does, and he scores! Despress cuts the lead to 5-2 here early in the third period, 30 seconds into the third. Face off here, center. Despress trying to get to it. Picked up now there by Pickering as they bring it in. Stolen aside there by Trent Taylor. Trying to get around Garnett. He will. Taylor tries to get it back to the line again. Picking off the feet, and another Toros penalty coming up. Face off will be off to the left of the goal. Davison gets it. Trying to clear it out. Got it up there for Connor Cole, who does the rest. Chips it down the ice. Into the corner goes Garnett on the loose puck in behind his own net. Garnett starting it out. From his own zone, he'll start it in. Garnett gets around the check. Picked up now by DeGraw. Pickering we're offside. There's Bradbury with it now. Bradbury to the other side. Trying to dump it in. Here's Garnett. Trying to get it to Despress. Fires it wide. Coming around the other side here for Bradbury. Bradbury sets up a shot. Goes wide. And goes all the way down the ice. It was so hard. Went all the way past him. Donnelly will keep it in behind his own net there, in behind the goal. Leading up now is DeGraw on the other end. DeGraw brings it in over the line. Checked there by Connor Cole. Back to the line there for Garnett. Garnett gets it. Back to the other side there for Bradbury. Shot! Stopped there by Foreman. Faceoff will be off to the left now. One there by Pickering. They're on a two-man advantage, but only for 5 more seconds. Over there for Tran. Tran a shot. Stopped by Foreman. Loose puck. Can't get it out. Shot. Stopped there in front. Toros get the loose puck and try and get it out. Aiden Howard couldn't. He had his stick lifted by Simmons. And then Simmons trips it up. No penalty on the call. Simmons goes into the corner. There's Lassitz with it. Lassitz tried to get to the loose puck. Simmons will get it. Simmons setting up DeGraw. DeGraw cutting out. Shot. Hit the side of the net. It's still loose. Toros trying to get it now and clear it down the ice. Out comes Donnelly to stop it in behind the net. Leaves it there for Boland. Boland will turn it over there to Aiden Howard. Trying to get it in behind the net. Aiden Howard is down there in the corner for the Toros, but Pickering have the puck. In comes Lassitz, and we get the whistle. Faceoff will be off to the left. One there by the Toros. Ford will clear it out. Now Tran gets it. Tran from center ice trying to bring it in against Connor Cole. Dumps it in behind the net. Kale Ryan trying to be the first one there. He'll chip it out, but not out of the zone. Centering pass. Nice play by Ford, and he clears it. Jackman's got to go after it, but it's icing. One by Pickering. Center side there by the Toros. Late pass over the stick of Jackman. Trying to get it past Tran. Jackman digging away at it here. Logan Jackman trying to put it in. Up down there by Kale Ryan. It's tape to tape there for Cameron Ryan trying to put it in. Uses the boards as a helper. Puts it in behind the net. Kept in there by Ford at the line. Gage Ford hit the Pickering bench, and it's a stoppage in play. Face off again off to the right of the goal. Donnelly's in net here now. Swatton surrendered 5 goals for Pickering as the Toros were off on a run there in the second period. They scored 5 straight goals. But now Pickering have gotten the last 2. KO scored before the end of the second, and Despress scored 30 seconds here into the third period. Over there for Jackman. Logan Jackman bringing it in with some nice moves. Trying to take his shot to the net. Finally taking off his feet. Connor Cole with it now. Cole shot. Stopped by Donnelly with a stick. Back in behind the net there for Cameron Ryan. Tried to set it up in front. Toros trying to dig away at it, and the puck comes off. The net came off the boarings. Off to the left. Davidson keeps it in. Slams it back in behind the net. There's Boland. Boland gonna get cut off by Barta, but back comes Pickering the other way, skating it up through the neutral zone. It'll be let in by DeGraw. Finally knocked off a stick. Here's Despress with it. Despress puts it into the corner there for DeGraw. Trying to do something with the puck. Back in behind the net there for Colton Neely. Overskated at the start. Fires it around now for Barta. Trying to clear it out of the zone. Taylor trying to get to it. Stolen aside there, and the Toros get it. Slapping it out. Nick Perot trying to get to the loose puck. Trying to get to it now on the other side. Set it up in front. Couldn't put it in. And now it's steering out. Toros get it again. Got it up there for Nick Perot, bringing it in. Perot in over the line. Shot! Stopped there by Donnelly. He had to look behind him, but he was lucky. He didn't have... he got some luck. There was nothing in behind him on that play. He had a nice stop there on that shot from Perot. Face-off will be coming off to the left. Won by the Toros. Jackman tries to get the quick shot off. Logan Jackman goes into the corner now. Jackman with some nice moves to elude the checker. Takes it behind the net. Jackman with it. Logan Jackman trying to keep it. Gets it back to the line for Ethan Dervent. Dervent to the other side. It's an open shot for Ford. Shot! Left pad save there from Donnelly. And out comes Pickering. Let up by Simmons. Simmons trying to get around Ethan Dervent. And Dervent with a nice defensive play. Got it over there for Connor Cole, who gets wide. Got to beat Bradbury to the puck. Connor Cole, one-on-one! And ran out of real estate. And the net came off the boarings anyway as Donnelly's left skate pushed it off the boards. Face off again off to the left. Got it back to the line for Ethan Dervent. Over there for Ford. Shot's not going to make it through. Gage Ford can't get to the puck. 2-on-1. Back is Ethan Dervent trying to get to it. And he does. Nice defensive play by Dervent. Taylor gets it behind the net. Trying to get it there for Chapman. Taylor will slap it around the other side. Scooped up on the other end there by Sabrizi, who chips it out. Rolling down the ice there for Lassitz. Lassitz will move it to the other side there for Tran as he tries to get it out. Got it up there for KO. It'll be a turnover there for KO Ryan. He moves it over there for Ford. Gage Ford with a pass. Bringing it in. Sabrizi takes a hard shot. That gets blocked. Goes into the corner there for Kruger. Stolen aside. Kept in by KO Ryan. KO Ryan taking it behind the net. Setting it up back to the line. Taylor trying to get free. Trent Taylor's got Tran on him. We're getting a penalty coming to Pickering. Tough. One there by Cole. Quick shot through. Another quick shot. That'll go over there for Perot. Nick Perot with it. Comes out. Shot. Goes wide. Nice play there by Jackman. Jackman knocks it down from the blue line. Trying to hold it in, and he does. With a nice defensive play. Barta, shot. Nice stop there by Donnelly. Blockered away. Connor Cole goes into the corner. Cole trying to set it up in front. Back and behind the net, got bumped off the puck. Slapped around the boards. Ford's there. Gage Ford will try and hold it in. And he couldn't do it. There's Jackman with it. Logan Jackman got it up there for Nick Perot, who brings it in. Connor Cole, quick shot. Stopped by Donnelly and corralled. Face off again off to the right. Trying to win it. Aiden Howard trying to win that scramble draw. Cameron Ryan will help out. Try to put it back in behind the net. Slapped around the other side. Ford's going to try and hold it in at the blue line. And he does. Gage Ford setting up Sabrizi. Sabrizi back down low there for Aiden Howard. Aiden Howard gets it. Down low for Sabrizi. Trying to walk out. Stopped there by Donnelly as he's up against the post to make the save. Face off again and be off to the left of the goal. One there by Pickering. Bradbury gets the opportunity to clear. Kept in by Ford. There'll be a cycle there for Sabrizi. Can't get it out. Kept in by Gage Ford to the other side for Sabrizi again. Aiden Howard with it. Back to the line for Ford. Setting up to the other side there for Aiden Howard. It'll be into the corner there for Sabrizi now. Sabrizi can't get to it. There is Aiden Howard on the other side. Got it back to the line for Ford. Gage Ford for Howard again. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Back to the line for Aiden Howard. Howard trying to walk out. Sets it up to the other side. Ford will get it. Gage Ford can't pull the trigger. And it gets cleared out. Kale Ryan has to hurry versus Fleming. Gets to the loose puck first. Takes it in behind his own net. That'll do it for the Toros power play as the penalty is over. That penalty to Tran now expires. Bradbury dumps it in right to Foreman, who makes a save. Steers it into the corner. Dispress trying to be the first one there. Stripped out the puck by Gage Ford. To the other side for number 89. Trying to walk out. Number 89 with that loose puck from the face-off circle. Back to the line for Bradbury. Shot goes wide. Comes around the other side there for Kruger. Kruger fanned on the shot. And here comes Barta along with Sabrizi. Barta trying to get around Bradbury. Barta again will get it. Stolen aside by Bradbury and cleared out. Here's James Davidson with the loose puck. Picked off. Here comes number 89. He's got the draw going to the net as well. Number 89 trying to win the battle. Got taken into the boards there by the Toros. Trying to walk it out was number 89. Lost control of the puck. Toros get it and try and clear it out. Kept in by Kruger though. Goes in behind the net for this press. At a front, stolen aside by Lucas Chapman. And cleared out down the ice. It's going to be a rolling puck. And it's going to roll just enough for icing. Face off again, off to the right. Trying to win that draw. Got it back to the line for Tran. Tran a shot, hit a stick at the front of Jackman. Went wide, Lassitz gets it. Lassitz from behind the net, trying to set something up. Put it in behind the net, stolen aside. Davidson trying to win the battle, stolen aside by Simmons. Simmons trying to put it in behind the net for KO. There's Lassitz with the loose puck to the other side. Back to the line again for Tran over a stick. Jackman trying to win it against Tran. And Tran drops it back to the line. Stolen up there for Jackman. Flips it past KO. Trying to bring it in. Logan Jackman with that loose puck from the face-off dot. Trying to take it in behind the net. Setting it back to the line. Cleared off the glass. Davidson can't hold it in. Trying to catch it. Now is Lassitz. Lassitz shot. Got blocked. Loose puck. Can't bury it. Simmons. Trying to put it in behind the net. We're less than 5 minutes left to go now. Toros are the 5-2 lead. Only goal here of the third period came by Dispress. 30 seconds in, the Toros were on a goal scoring spree in the second period where they scored 5 straight goals. Brought a 5-1 lead here to the third. And are 4 minutes away from sending this to a game number 5 tomorrow at Darlington. That puck drop will be at 3:15 p.m. Zantavini wins that draw. Trying to put it in. That goes back in behind the net. Gage Ford from behind his own goal has it. Ford will move it over there for Nick Perot. Perot gets pressured on there by Neild, who tries to win the battle. Neild got it there for Fleming. It goes behind the net for Ethan Dervent, who's had some nice defensive plays here in the game as well. And he's just going his offensive skills, leads it up through center for Perot. Nick Perot puts it in behind the net there for Babcock, who slaps it around. Kept in by Aiden Howard on the other side. Barta tried to win that battle. Over there to bring it in now is Neild. Neild trying to get held up at the blue line, gets away. It gets sent to the net again. Ethan Dervent starts it from center. Pass for Barta was out of his reach, and now Boland will get it. Ethan Dervent trying to put it in. Scooping up now is Zantavini to try and put it in. Toros are out shooting Pickering 26-17 according to the shot clock here. Neild will get it in the right corner back to the line for Boland. Not going to do anything with the puck. Zantavini throws it to the net. Knocked down. James Davidson with the loose puck tried to get it out. Nick Perot will do the rest. Clears it out at center. Some open ice to bring it in now for Babcock. Shot. Steered aside with ease by Brett Foreman. Kale Ryan trying to get it out. Another opportunity to clear it, and it goes down the ice. There's Boland on the loose puck in his own end. Boland's pass is broken up there by Chapman, now picked up by Trent Taylor. Taylor got it there for Chapman to try and bring it in. Defenseman to beat was Boland. He puts it behind the net there. Slapped her on the other side for number 89. Sabrizi trying to get to the loose puck on the other end. Sabrizi trying to win the battle. It goes behind the net. There for Cale Ryan. Over there for Ford again. And behind the net goes Trent Taylor on the loose puck. Taylor. Got it over there to the other side. Kept in by DeGraw. DeGraw's not going anywhere. Had it knocked off his stick. Here comes Sabrizi trying to race after it. He's going to run out of room. Sabrizi again trying to get it. And picked up there by the Toros and dumped in. Right off the tape there and scooped up by Despress. Despress is bringing it in with a shot. Left pad save from Foreman. And he'll cover up his own rebound. Face-off gets won there by Pickering. Try and put it in behind the net. Lassitz with that loose puck getting away from the checker. Now KO will pick it up. KO back to the line for Bradbury. That shot will get knocked down by Connor Cole, but not out. Lassitz trying to put it back in behind the net. Ethan Durant pressured on there by Simmons. Slapped around the other side. Trying to get it now with James Davison. Can't get it out of the zone. Simmons trying to dig it in. Stolen aside by Cameron Ryan, and he'll lead it up. Last minute of play of the third period. Cameron Ryan puts it back in behind the net. Trying to win the battle, be the first one on the puck. It's in behind the goal, trying to set it up in front. Turnaround shot, that backhand gets blocked. Stolen aside here by Lassitz. Lassitz cutting in. Got to get around Cale Ryan. Cale Ryan got enough of him to take him off his feet. Cale Ryan will slap it around the other side for Cameron Ryan. The Ryans trying to hook up to try and get it out of their own end. Cameron Ryan will get it again and will slap it the length of the ice. Bradbury from his own zone will get it. Bradbury bringing it in. Will dump it right in and wide of the net. Gage Ford from his own zone starts it. Uses the boards to get it down. It's going to be a rolling puck all the way down for icing. Face-off will be again off to the left. Some final instructions there as we get ready to drop the puck. One there, and KO took down Aiden Howard from the draw. Trying to get that puck, and we're getting a penalty. One more face-off here in the zone. Quick shot will go wide of the net, and this series has been so tight and fun. Why don't we go for a game number 5? That's exactly where we're gonna go, but not before we're getting another penalty. Nope, that's gonna end it. The Toros stay alive and will force a do-or-die game for both teams tomorrow at 3:15. Be there or be square. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.